Hampir 3 tahun tak bertemu penggemar, akhirnya grup band pop rock asal Denmark, Michael Learns to Rock atau MLTR, menggelar tur perdana di luar Denmark. Indonesia menjadi negara pertama yang disinggahi. MLTR menyapa penggemar Jakarta pada Minggu 16 Oktober 2022. Grup band legend ini membawakan 20 lagu hits mereka, seperti lagu Paint My Love, The Actor, That's Why, dan Sleeping Child. Sembilan 90 menit menggelar konser seolah mengobati kerinduan penggemar. Terlihat dari antusias penggemar yang datang dari berbagai kalangan dan generasi. Tidak hanya di Jakarta, MLTR memanjakan fans di Surabaya pada konser 19 Oktober, Makassar 2 November, dan Yogyakarta pada Minggu 6 November 2022. MLTR kemudian menambah satu penampilan lagi pada 8 November 2022 di Jakarta sebagai penutup tur Asia MLTR pada 2022.
Oke, sampai Indonesia Pagi hari ini kembali lagi mendapatkan bintang tamu istimewa. Saya yakin udah pada familiar lah dengan wajah-wajahnya. Lebih familiar lagi dengan lagunya. Buat yang di era 80-an, 90-an, gak lepas lah pasti. Mungkin Anda pernah jatuh cinta, putus cinta, mungkin menyanyikan untuk anak-anaknya, pasti pernah menyanyikan lagu milik Michael Learns to Rock. Dan mereka sudah bersama saya di sini. How are you guys? Gora, Michael, Yasha, dan juga dari promotor ada David juga. How are you guys?
We are good. We are happy to be back in Indonesia.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
In
Thank you
Indonesia.
so much.
First thing, first question, do you even know how many cities you've been to in Indonesia?
No?
No, we haven't counted.
We could find out, but it will take a while.
Jakarta, could you mention them?
About Jakarta, Bandung, Yogyakarta, Surabaya, Bali,
Bali, obviously.
Medan, Makassar, Manado, Palembang, Balikpapan.
I haven't even been there.
I've been there
I haven't even been there.
twice.
Twice. So, have you guys ever been to Indonesia not for a show, like just for vacation?
Yeah, actually, the first time we went to Asia was on vacation to Bali.
Ah, okay.
That was
And
93.
93. You were
Yeah.
big already by then.
No, not by then.
Really?
It was just starting.
Okay. The Asia hype just started in 93.
Actually, we were invited to play The Actor at a public school. There was a public school in front of 100 children.
Okay. That's
We
it.
did that.
That's it, boys and girls. You start small, playing at a public school.
Exactly.
We
In Kuta.
couldn't believe our own eyes because they sang along and it was wow, they know The Actor. But it was played on the radio and we didn't know that.
It was our first appearance, public performance outside of our own country ever.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's my next question. Apart from Denmark, when you played The Actor, when you had that song, is it true that Indonesia is the epicenter of the Asia hype? That's where it all started for you.
Yeah.
And then you just practically exploded in Asia because of
true.
Indonesia?
It's actually true.
How did that happen?
It came about in a strange way. This demo CD ended up here in Jakarta, coming
How?
from a record label in Los Angeles that have signed us
Okay.
in the late 80s or something like that, early 90s. And this CD ended up here, and this guy from the local record label here finds the song, The Actor, and goes down to the local radio station.
Do you know this guy? Do you know who?
Yeah.
The guy?
Yeah.
He's called Agus.
Really?
Yeah. And you know, he used to come and say hi when we were here. And he's a wonderful guy. And actually, because he pushed his local radio station to play that song, we became successful in Asia.
And it just became a hit,
Then the radios just did the rest of the
Yeah,
job.
spread. Yeah.
and not just Indonesia.
No, then it spread to
Yeah.
Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines.
This what year was this?
Yeah.
What
The year was 92, I think that happened. 91? 91,
92, late 92, I
Late
think.
or maybe 91, yeah.
So you became big in Asia, starting off in Southeast Asia. Yasha, do you remember what surprised you most when you first came to probably Indonesia, probably other parts of Southeast Asia? and you just, I'm big here, we're big here.
Yeah, it was. We went on the first promotion tour to Asia in the autumn '94, and we visited 5 countries, and we were just shocked that we were so big already, and we didn't expect it.
What shocked you the most? Like the reactions? What reactions shocked you the most?
It was just for example, we were supposed to do a promotion concert with very little equipment in Thailand, and then they didn't tell us. They had just booked the biggest venue in Bangkok, and so we played with very little equipment for 10,000 people in Bangkok, and that was
10,000 people.
we didn't expect that at all. So also when we came, to all these cities in Asia, it was so inspiring for us and interesting, because we have not been traveling in Asia before. So we fell in love with Asia at that time.
And I'd like to think Indonesia has a special place there.
Of course, it was the first place we played. One of the first places we played.
In a public school in Kuta. Now we don't.
Oh yeah, that's right. But that was before
It
actually.
all started here, and so we have to thank our Indonesian fans for it all.
And let me ask David first. That was 92. David, sekarang sudah tahun 2022. I'm gonna switch to bahasa for a while. 2022. Dan Anda memutuskan MLTR ini harus tetap ke Indonesia. Sambutannya itu gimana?
Kita bersyukur banget karena MLTR kita udah sering kali bawa berulang-ulang kali, and it always a sold out show. It's a very good experience. And also saya juga kenal pribadi Yasha, Mikel and Carr. They're really a good guy, a good man, and seseorang yang bisa di looking up to gitu. Saya banyak belajar dari mereka sih, dan jujur selalu menyenangkan kerja sama mereka gitu. It always a pleasure, and also secara finansial the ticket always sold out. Amazing. Amazing
Because the young people who listen to you guys in the 90s, they all have money now. They're all big bosses.
Exactly.
Are they always 25 minutes late?
Oh
No.
you should ask ya.
Okay. So I just want to have a quick question for all 3 of you. Just quick answers, flash questions. Just one-word answers from all of you, or 1 to 2 words. Favorite Indonesian food?
Nasi goreng.
Mie goreng. Bintang.
You like stars. I'm just gonna say that. You like stars, okay? Okay. Okay. Favorite Indonesian city?
Ubud.
I guess Jakarta.
You haven't seen enough then.
I actually have seen it, but it's just like it's big and it's.
But it's great. It's great that you like
great
it. It's great that you like
dynamics.
it. How about you, Gaja?
Bandung,
Bandung.
this is up in the
Me too.
mountains.
Me too. Maybe because I live in Jakarta, I don't. Okay. I prefer Bandung over. But great answers. Could you guys each say one Indonesian word?
Terima kasih.
Oh, perfect.
One Indonesian word.
And he just mentioned food, and he forgot about that.
I can say mie goreng.
Yeah, exactly. So that works.
Satay.
Satay. Okay, at least that's a new word. Satay. Perfect. Gaja?
Yeah. Well, terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Okay. One Indonesian name. Do you guys know Indonesian names? How about you, Gaja?
How about Cynthia?
Suti. Okay, that is an Indonesian name.
Putri.
Putri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a fan. She's called Putri.
Okay.
She's very sweet. We met her many times.
All right.
I remember.
How about you?
Mare.
Mare. Mare. A
In
Balinese
Bali,
name.
they have they call their sons Mare, number 1 or 2.
Yeah. First son, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's a popular name in Bali. You guys know you're in Indonesia. That is great. So, what do you have planned ahead for you guys? I mean, you guys are. You could continue doing shows, as David said. You could continue selling out shows, and they've been selling out well here in Indonesia as well. Just want to ask, with all those hits, you still churn out new songs, right?
Yeah.
We know that. Do you still aim to make another big hit like The Actor, 25 minutes, or do you just do that just to channel your creativity?
You know, it sounds a little bit pathetic saying, yes, of course we want to have a number one hit again,
Yeah,
because what are the odds, right? But,
Yeah.
but I think still we feel that our career is definitely not over. I mean,
Yeah,
we love actually touring. And right now we have a big vacuum because we've been away for so long time. So right now we focus on touring and getting out there, meeting our fans again. And it also goes up and down. And we have focus on this and this and this, and sometimes we just want to relax a little bit. But we will release more music eventually. And of course, we want to be number one every time.
Yeah,
But it's
that won't
just-
be bad, right?
we don't really, have to
Yeah.
be number one.
Mostly,
It's not like we will not be happy if we don't have
Yeah.
number one. It's, so.
so as I said, mostly channeling your creativity. There's always something new that you want to make. Of
There
course,
is.
there's always that. So, David, gimana tuh karena sudah berulang kali mengundang, biar terasa baru gimana tuh kalau MLTR tampil lagi?
Kita lagi pikirin ide kreatif, cause we're aiming also to get a tour on 2023, right?
Of course.
Yeah. And
And 24 and 25.
oh yeah.
Why not, right?
So kita sebenarnya bersyukur, we thankful because this time we bring Michael the Shrug to 6 cities, and antusiasnya luar biasa banget. Kita bakal show yang pertama itu kan Jakarta 16 Oktober ya, 16. Udah gitu the next Surabaya 19 Oktober. Udah gitu nextnya ada di Makassar, di Palembang, dan kemudian di tanggal 4 November itu di Yogyakarta.
Oke.
Dan di 6 November itu di Yogyakarta, dan kemudian terakhir kayaknya kita bakal 8 November itu ke Bandung.
Oke.
So we've got a lot of gigs and keep coming, tawaran terus datang, inquiry, so many inquiry. Please, Michael Learns to Rock, come to our city. Tapi kita will say maybe Bandung 8 November is the last car ya, maybe
Maybe.
For this year.
For this year, yes.
Always maybe.
Always maybe.
For this year, maybe, but next year, Michael Learns to Rock for sure will coming back again to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Dan pengennya sih bisa juga buat kolaborasi Michael Learns to Rock sama salah satu musisi di Indonesia.
Oke. Lagu
jadi-
juga ya.
Iya, bikin kolaborasi yang keren gitu. Nah, ini tapi masih lagi dalam idea sih ya.
Okay,
Pengennya kayak gitu.
would you guys like to do that? Collaborate with an Indonesian musician or singer? Is there any
We're
chance of
open
that?
for anything,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, you've heard them perform and in your concerts, opening your concerts. I remember Judika also, one of the singers there, and you were impressed by him.
We'd like to make a duet with Anggung.
Anggun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
yeah. That's easy. She lives nearby you guys. Amazing. Amazing. That's easy. That could be done.
We would love that. Yeah.
Okay, so last question is, I always ask this to bands who stick together for, you guys are 34 years old?
We're all in our 30s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about you guys. You're 30. So it's been so long, and you started so early. It's probably could I say it's your first band since you met Yasha at a very young age?
We went to high school at that time, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had other bands as well.
Ah, okay. So it's basically your first serious band, isn't it?
Our first.
Serious one where you
Of
make.
course, it was.
How do you keep it together for so long? I mean, bands are not easy to stick together.
No, but it's also hard to split up if you have great fans.
Ah, good. That's a good quote.
It
There.
is.
So, but seriously, when you have differences, what do you guys do?
We are very fortunate that we actually get along quite well, the three of us. That's point number one. Why
Okay.
we managed to stick together. And one year one of us wants to do this, and next year the other guy wants to do that, and we just have to have an ongoing discussion and try to have an open discussion about
Okay.
what do we want to do now, what's
Okay.
next, all that. We talk about that all the time.
So, like, Miko, when you start to make your hair long, did they protest?
It was a huge crisis in the band.
Cut your hair all out.
It's a good thing if that's the only crisis.
I mean, the good thing is that we are grown-up men now.
Yeah.
And the
Exactly.
thing is, we have we have the So Me, and so. We don't. Today I dress up like I would do at home.
Yeah.
Because for me it's a bit funny to wear a gold suit if normally I would go in lousy clothes. So I think we are pretty relaxed about our image. I mean, we are quite different as types, which is, I mean, we respect each other the way we are, like brothers. And I think we have brotherly discussions, but it's like we always get along in the end, because I mean it's also like we work together and it's a working space and environment, so we just always find solutions.
So as you grow, it actually doesn't get harder by the year, yeah. So that's
no, I think and as Kåre said, the fans really keep us together, because it's always great to travel and see the world and meet our fans and play music, which we still love.
All right.
Music is still our big hobby. So I mean, and that's a lot of great reasons to stick together.
And I'm sure the fans agree. You guys should stick together. Kåre, thanks a lot. Mikael, Yasha, David, thank you so much for your time, and good luck for your shows. In how many? 48 cities or 66, 64?
this year.
So many cities. So 6 more cities, ya?
Iya.
6 more cities.
Dan gue bisa bilang sih, band paling romantis di dunia itu Michael Learns to Rock.
I see.
Dan orang Indonesia itu romantis banget. So Michael Learns to Rock always a good show to watch.
Always a good show to watch. We know that. That's why we always wanted to come here. Once again, good luck for your show.
Thank you.
Have fun,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Itu tadi wawancara bersama Michael Learns to Rock. Kita kembali ke studio.
Thinking of him makes me feel so cold. The fancy cars and the restaurants. You're just so fond of the man.
Wow, jadi itulah wawancara Timothy Marbun dengan Michael Learns to Rock. Saya agak sedikit iri ya Mas Timi ya. Beruntung Anda bisa langsung meet and greet dengan bandnya secara langsung, dengan 3 personelnya lengkap lagi.
Iya, itu tadi juga ada cuplikan lagu yang judulnya The Actor ya, yang memang tuh sempat booming dan juga menjadi salah satu lagu favorit ketika dibawa tur 10 tahun lalu ke Indonesia.
Betul.
Nah, sementara itu Algin kalau MLTR suka lagu apa?
Tadi sih The Actor itu benar-benar yang nggak bisa lepas dari otak, dan itu ya sebenarnya orang tua saya sih yang dengerin, karena kan mereka band-band tahun 90-an waktu zamannya lagi booming banget. Mereka lagi pacaran mungkin.
Kalau aku yang lagi booming itu yang di tahun 2004, Take
Apa
Me to
tuh?
Your Heart.
Take
Me to your heart, take me to your soul, give me your hand before I mold.
Wow, luar biasa.
itu gila waktu itu, katanya ini lagu tuh jadi lagu yang paling populer karena paling banyak di-download sampai 6 juta downloadan berbayar.
Sebanyak itu. Wow. Luar biasa sekali.
Ya, besok masih ada konser di Yogyakarta dan nanti di tanggal 8 November konser penutup di Jakarta, di mana Elgin?
Di
Mall
daerah
Casablanca.
Jakarta, Mall Casablanca tadi seperti yang sudah dikatakan oleh Valen. Oke, Sapa Indonesia Akhir Pekan tidak berhenti sampai di sini saja, ditutup tadi dengan Mas Timi dengan wawancara MLTR. Usai jeda kita akan kembali dengan berbincang dengan komunitas pantomim. Tentunya penasaran seperti apa? Jangan beranjak dulu. Sapa Indonesia Akhir Pekan akan kembali usai jeda.